Hey everybody, it's Jason for Cruise Shop Save, and one of the things that has come to me this week is that not all heroes wear capes and masks, and in the jewellery industry there are a number of people who, for me personally, really shine. And one of the things that is incredibly important to me is that jewellery has meaning, and for me particularly, it's got to have a meaning, even more so now than ever, once we've been facing the issues that we've all been facing. I think meaning and authenticity are words that get used a huge amount in terms of actual marketing, but there are people who do stand head and shoulders above the crowd when it comes to meaning. And for me, jewelry does not have to be expensive to be beautiful. It does not have to be expensive to be luxurious. It does have to mean something. And one of the brands that I've loved working with and that I personally gift to an enormous amount of people is Alex and Ani, because in 2004 Carolyn Rafaelian had the brilliant idea to do something with recycled materials at her father's factory in Rhode Island. Now, she'd been involved in her father's jewelry business for a very long time, and in fact her designs and her creativity carried the business in Rhode Island. I don't know if many of you know this, but America's tiniest state at one point produced most of the world's fabulous costume jewellery, and of course the 80s was huge for these wonderful costume pieces, and you can still find pieces available on eBay and online. I've got my grandmother's beautiful costume jewellery, and then of course ethos changed. We had the 90s and then the noughties and all these things, and people have moved away from the traditional big earrings, the big pearl pieces and all of these power statement pieces. Caroline realised that she was carrying a lot of responsibility, because she was responsible for a lot of the industry that happened inside her father's factory. And in 2004 she formed Alex and Ani, and she had the brilliant idea to use recycled materials from America, and she created beautiful, meaningful bracelets. Now, these bracelets have an amazing patented system that she patented in 2004. They hold now up to 30 different patents at Alex and Ani. But what really honed it in for me, really brought it home for me, let's say, is the fact that the pieces were imbued with love, they were imbued with positivity, they were imbued with a form of spirituality, and they were also about recycling, making sure we don't do any further damage to our environment. And Alex and Ani pieces, all of the collections are blessed by a priest and a shaman. I don't know if you know that. I think one of the best descriptions I've read about her pieces, it was by a former CEO that she brought in, who said, it's like having tattoos, wearing tattoos but not having tattoos, basically. And it's a way to sort of express your personality in an incredibly collectible way, knowing that you're doing something tremendous. Now, Caroline's grandfather arrived in America in 1913 and came through the Ellis Island route, and she started working with Liberty Copper. Now, that's copper gathered from the 1984 refurbishment of Lady Liberty, and of course a large percentage of these proceeds go back to the charities. She does a huge amount of charity work. She puts them all back in, and with an average cost of around $33 for a piece, you can buy both an incredibly meaningful and incredibly personal gift. Every piece comes with a meaning card. There is thought, there's love, there's passion, there's understanding behind these pieces. And that, for me, is what ethical jewellery is about. The absolutely incredible thing is the manufacturing has been kept in Rhode Island. People are in gainful employment again. And can I tell you that up to 80% of her workforce are women? So she puts her money where her mouth is. She believes in the product. And you can feel the positivity. Well, I can, and I hope you do too. I've given hundreds of Alex and Ani bangles as gifts. They make the most wonderful keepsake. There's going to be a little link after this video, but I have to tell you, Alex and Ani, one of my all-time jewellery heroes. Stay tuned for more information about some more of our fabulous jewellery heroes here on Cruise Shop Save.